forward and taking full advantage of today's technology in a way that respects that one-of-a-kind art direction known throughout the video game world as the Borderlands art style.
Borderlands 3.
Okay,
finally.
Let's be honest, this isn't an actual screenshot from the game. What you're looking at is the game.
That's cool. That looks really good.
Now, we've skipped past the logos and a lot of the introductions because we felt that the most honest way to bring the game to you today was to start from the very beginning. So with that, let's play some Borderlands 3.
Oh, finally.
Hey, you must be the new recruit. I am a CL4PTP steward bot, but you can just call me General Claptrap of the Crimson Raiders. What's your name?
Amara.
Okay, yeah, it's all good.
Thanks. I'll pre-order your tombstone just in case. Now, those jerks who tried to murder you are the Children of the Vault, a bandit cult who follows their creepy leaders with blind devotion. Which reminds me, if you're going to obey my every beck and call, you'll need an echo device. Try it out. I rinsed it off myself. The Echo 3. Slightly more powerful than the Echo 2 and twice as expensive. Besides, the Echo 2 had a tiny issue with spontaneous combustion, so they rebranded those as grenades. Now listen up, recruit. Lilith ordered us to take over a Children of the Vault propaganda center. Time to show those culty weirdos that no one messes with the Crimson Raiders. Follow me, recruit, to glory!
So Lilith's ordered us to take over the recruitment center of the Children of the Vault. In the introduction that we skipped, you would learn that the Children of the Vault is a new cult that's emerged on Pandora. Siren, Lilith, and the Crimson Raiders are recruiting new Vault Hunters. That's you, that's us. And we are to investigate the Children of the Vault cult and discover who their mysterious leaders are.
Before we wreak our righteous vengeance, you'll need to register your Echo at this
I'm honestly surprised they didn't just like skip through
and when I'm signing
straight up gameplay with all the guns and loot and stuff. I'm surprised they didn't just go straight to that. I mean, this looks really good, but a tad bit boring right now.
All right, now as you can see here, we're playing as Amara, and she's a powerful Siren warrior. And like Claptrap mentioned, we're in the quick change, where it's up to you how you want your character to look. So you can change Amara and change her emotes, obviously. Okay. All right, let's keep playing for now, guys.
User agreement.
Oh, man. That's great. That's fantastic.
And Hyperion. And the propaganda center is this way.
I wonder if this is
no, this can't be happening.
What this is playing on. It's like playing on PS4 Pro, Xbox One X, or PC. Wonder what they're playing on. Probably PC. I would guess PC for the best performances.
Recruit, get that gate open. That's an order from your superior officer.
So obviously, you're getting a glimpse here on how we use the beginning of the game to make sure players are up to speed on how first-person video games work. We can validate that players understand how to navigate the environment and interact with it.
You did it! Best recruit ever! But don't get cocky.
We'll even be able to know that a player's learned how to crouch and how to slide.
So it's going through the usual introduction.
You gotta make sure you can jump. And if you miss, that you can mantle up and climb the higher ledges.
The propaganda center is up ahead. Those cultists have been killing Crimson Raiders left and right. They totally suck skag balls. But I've got a foolproof plan to kick their culty asses.
So as with most games, we're using the beginning to make sure that we teach the fundamentals. We're also setting the tone of the game, right? Just like our unique art style, we want people to feel right away what we believe helps to make Borderlands special, a style of writing that's both irreverent and genuine.
I love unique games like these. Games that try to be different than the usual realistic graphics, like Call of Duty, or I mean, to a point, Call of Duty's not too realistic, but Battlefield, those kind of games. Like games that kind of go away from that and try to do their own thing.
Perfect. Once we complete our mission, Lilith has to promote me to Super General. Stand back!
So we're throwing stealth out the window?
Relax. On Pandora, it's actually super weird if something's not exploding. Now take your gun, recruit. You're gonna need it.
Oh, finally. Finally.
These guns, like myself, aren't beholden to their primary function. I can dance and sing, and some guns now.
Yeah, I'll definitely be cutting this video off because, wow.
Try it out.
I mean, it's not. I'm not saying it's bad, but
Follow me,
it's a
recruit.
bit boring.
All right, so
wanna see
as
some action,
Claptrap
you know?
just mentioned, in order to stay competitive, some of our gun manufacturers have added alternate firing modes. And if we look here, we can see that we have a Vladoff pistol. And if we just
Nope,
fire
they're not
regularly,
gonna
we
do
just
that.
fire bullets. But if we switch our alternate firing modes, we fire off micro missiles.
That's cool. So I guess I was wrong.
Now later in the game, you'll find guns that can switch between ice bullets and fire bullets, or you might find guns that have a chain gun on top, but when you switch firing modes, it'll shoot out grenades.
Oh, that's cool.
It gets pretty
That's real
crazy. And then players who maximize alt firing modes will have like twice the guns available than they had to start with.
Wait here. I'll talk my way in, become their king, and then you'll surprise slaughter them in cold blood. Watch and learn, recruit. Hello? Anyone there?
This is Shin, holy influencer of the children of the vault. What do you want, Crapbot?
Hello, bloodthirsty maniac. It is I, Claptrap, Slayer of the Destroyer, and Super General of the Crimson Raiders. We have you completely surrounded. Open the gates now, and perhaps I will be merciful.
Yeah. Let me think about that.
They might call themselves children of the vault, but they're still bandits, and bandits are incredibly stupid.
Okay, we're going to surrender. Please don't kill us, Crapbot.
That's what I thought. Open the doors immediately for your new king.
Easy. I'm coming out. Just wait right there.
We did it! I did it! Another victory for the Crimson Raiders! Hey, I feel funny. What's happening to me?
Hey, wouldn't the gun get taken out of the guy's hand?
Ow! This is off course.
Kill the heretics in the name of the Colossus.
I want to see a gun with legs. That's what I want to see.
See the degrading cover?
Looky what we got here. Come at me.
Oh. Borderlands 3 is rated M for mature, right?
Put these bullets into the bad guys!
This looks fun.
There was the sweat.
Accept your puppet. You're gonna be my new chamberbot. I'm gonna poop in your head.
Guessing that's the boss.
I know Claptrap can be a little claptrap, but he's still one of us. We're gonna have to save him. I'll be there soon.
So let's see if we can find some loot. I saw over near that door. I saw a red chest. It looks like a trunk of a car. What do we got here? What else is there?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
sniper
interesting.
All right, so we can see that this weapon has high accuracy, higher handling. Let's look at the other one. All right, and this weapon has higher damage and a higher reload time. So it's either finesse or brute force in this case.
So what do you guys think? Should we shoot from the hip or should we go with that badass scope? Oh my, I think you guys said scope, but I heard you know what? Take both of them. We'll try the scope and then we'll switch. Oh, that's pretty badass.
Yeah, I like that gun better.
These are like level 1 guns too.
So it seems like they really wanted to let you play with some really cool guns from the beginning.
Oh.
So far, I like the fact that the guns can be used in multiple ways. That's really cool. I can definitely see myself playing this a lot. Like a lot. Maybe too much.
Oil's flammable.
Recruit, there's no way your supple and delicate body can survive a showdown with Shiv unprotected. Look around for a shield.
Okay, we need a shield. This is an area mission, so if we look around, we should be able to find some somewhere.
Only thing that I feel is
Gag pile.
Daquan, you
weird
on this?
with this stream feels very orchestrated. Like if any other person was really playing this, I don't think they'd be moving at that pace. They'd be running around, shooting stuff, opening everything they can.
77.
And this
105, that's
feels
better. Take that one.
like they're trying to drag it out or something.
Not really, but it just might keep Shiv from killing you in one hit. Now let's get you in there, recruit. Hey, Shiv! All your gun friends are dead. I challenge you to a trial by combat. But because I'm stuck to this magnet, my loyal champion shall vanquish you in my stead.
Come on in, heretic!
So I wonder if this is gonna be the boss fight.
Sacrifice quota for the day!
So I know you guys are getting ahead of me. You can know what's coming next. This is our first mini boss fight.
I want to see all the crazy guns.
Daquan, you ready?
Like so far, we saw some
We're
pretty
flying
decent
without a net
guns,
here, no god
but,
mode,
like,
so let's do it.
it's not. I want to see all those crazy guns that we saw like in the trailers. I want to see the guns with legs. That's what I want to see. I want to see the guns with legs.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh god. Oh!
That was cool. That was cool.
Oh my god. Oh, that was awesome.
Score 1 for the Crimson Raiders. You and Claptrap secure the area. I'm on my way.
This game's dynamic, so it's like different every time they play it. That was like the best kill ever. I'm glad you guys got to see that. Oh, look at that.
Oh, so it's 10 then.
Recruit, are you dead? If not, get me down. The controls are on the second floor.
Now you'll notice that Daquan picked up the shotgun that Shiv dropped. We think it's really important that your moment of victory should have a subsequent reward to it right at that moment. So of course you can pick up gear right away.
All right, dude. Daquan has the same affliction I have where you have to open every single freaking chest. This is a demo. We can just, yeah, all right. It's so tempting, those green lights.
I had
Oh,
some problems.
Claptrap's nagging at us already. So it's not a Borderlands game, of course, unless Claptrap jumps between being needy and bossy and just pathetic. I don't know how you guys feel about him, but I still kind of love Claptrap, so let's help him out.
Oh.
This is the way he
In
felt.
Borderlands 3, you can revive NPCs, and NPCs can revive you. Let's help out Claptrap.
That's kind of cool, but I hope it's not like too powerful to the point where there's no danger of dying, right?
Wow!
I hope that doesn't happen.
I did it! I single-handedly took on the COV and sent them packing. Now all that's left
Probably
is
gonna
to
get like a
Gorilla,
second
and
video
the
up.
mission is complete.
I'm looking at the screen and I lost my train of thought. I'll get a second video off, do my full thoughts on this. Nice.
What's up?
This is about what everyone wanted to see.
Lilith, I can safely report that Operation Trojan Contract was a complete success. I did it all by myself.
I'll bet. Well, the cult's destroyed every other Crimson Raider stronghold, so this'll have to do for now. So what's your name, killer?
Just we pick your name.
I am Amara. Nice tattoo,
Or not.
Siren Sister. You must be the voice in my head.
Yeah, about that. Not the weirdest thing you're gonna see on Pandora. But seriously, thanks for answering my call. We might not have the numbers, but with a badass like you, we've got a fighting chance. Welcome to the Crimson Raiders.
Hey, do you hear bloodthirsty screaming?
More COV. Let's see what you got, recruit.
It's the Firehawk! The God Queen wants her head!
Down you go! Take the wrong team, jackass.
Chili recipe time! Keep it real!
Eat some bones, cultist!
Get made up now! My last breath, thank you.
She's pretty rad.
Nice fighting, killer.
So, we're going to skip ahead for a minute, but I want you to consider what we've learned so far. You're a new Vault Hunter. And
honestly
you've
hope
just
that's
joined
not it.
Lilith and the Crimson Raiders.
I want
Our
to see like
enemies
some
on
endgame
Pandora
gameplay
are a
with all of, like
fanatical
crazy
cult
guns
called
and
the
powers
Children
and all
of
that
the
thing. I
Vault.
want to see.
And
That's
from
what I
here,
want to see.
You and Lilith will fight side by side to capture their recruitment center, where Lilith believes that she can recover a key that will lead her to find vaults on other worlds. The hunt will eventually lead us here to the Holy Broadcast Center, where a
Oh, yeah,
fearsome,
see?
powerful
Okay, so they
bandit
are gonna
boss
show
named
more
Mouthpiece
uh,
broadcasts
later
propaganda
gameplay,
to the
which is
children of the
good
Vault
because
all over Pandora.
that was
We're
okay,
here
but
to invade the Holy
didn't really excite
Recruitment
me to
Center,
get the game.
face Mouthpiece, and liberate the key to the vaults.
Okay, so like Randy just mentioned, we've skipped ahead in this story, but if you'll notice, we've also skipped ahead in levels. So I want to take the time to show you the skill trees in Borderlands 3.
Oh, it should be good.
All right. So when you first get your skills in Borderlands 3, you don't just have one action skill available to you, you have all 3 action skills available to you at the moment you open it up. So then what you do is you equip one of your action skills. Do we want to take a look at the action skills? So this first one is Phase Grasp. Now, Phase Grasp will be reminiscent of Maya in that she'll be able to control the battlefield by lifting enemies up into the air.
Interesting.
The next one here is Phase Cast. With Phase Cast, she'll shoot out a spectral form of herself to kill enemies on the battlefield. And finally, we have Phase Slam. Now, Phase Slam is an area of effect that comes out around Amara and destroys enemies and knocks them back. So now as you progress, once you've picked your action skill and equipped it, you'll also open up augmentations that allow you to further customize that action skill. So there's a way to maximize the build of your character.
We've worked hard to make sure that each of our 4 characters is completely
This is going
unique,
to create a lot
but
of build
even within
diversity,
each character,
for sure.
there are
This is
hundreds
one
of
character
meaningful
too,
options.
so
If 2 people want to team up and play the same character, they will very likely have completely different capabilities.
it's going to be interesting to see
You ready to go?
Let's do
like
it.
what abilities are better with other abilities, the combinations for people who play with other people. I'm definitely going to be using that one. That seems like a very satisfying move to use.
I was very lucky.
Who's up for some celebratory punches?
All right, you leveled up.
Now, one thing to look out for is to look at the damage numbers that come up off the enemies here. So we'll use some of that information later, but just for now, like, look at some of these numbers, like 56, 26.
26 is there. Ooh.
Oh. Now that's a Hyperion shotgun. Hyperion shotguns have shields that come out.
You want to switch back to that shotgun?
Oh my god, endgame must be crazy in this game. I can already tell this game is going to be really fun.
It's a new elemental type, radiation.
Guy hit critical mass.
If a radiated enemy dies, he'll explode and radiate the enemies around him.
I love things like that, especially in like large groups where like you kill one and then the rest of the group gets it, and you just kill another one, just keeps going, just decimate all of them. I love abilities like that.
Okay.
I can't. This gets me excited for E3. This gets me really excited for E3. Like getting some of those E3 vibes, the new games coming out and stuff. I can't wait for that. E3 is gonna be great.
That's an outhouse.
It's gonna be interesting to see if we see that Avengers project.
Some good stuff. Okay, let's see here. So Amara's level 5. These weapons are level 5. I want you to notice that, by the way. Notice the two here. We've got a rare and an epic, both level 5. And the reason why I want you to remember that is because that was kind of a challenging fight. We're going to need some help for the next section, so we're going to bring in a co-op buddy. Borderlands 3, of course, is fully co-op playable, split screen, network.
That is
however you
a
like
plus.
to play.
Split screen.
Amara
Split
just picked
screen.
up the purple. Turn around and let's look and find our co-op buddy.
I know that
the operative.
they
Say hi,
since it's
Zane.
split screen.
All right, we're going
I know
to
that
switch
they
to Zane's
recently,
view. Can we flip that now?
I forgot who
okay,
it was.
This is Zane's
I don't know
view.
if it was him.
I want you to notice something here.
Someone
Zane
who worked
is
on
level
Borderlands,
25.
but, they said they
So
wanted to bring
obviously
it to the
Zane's been
Switch.
playing
This would be
longer than Amara,
perfect
who was
for
level
the
5.
Switch.
And if we look at Zane's
definitely
loot,
run this.
he's got his own instance of loot. What's going on here? This is called loot instancing. It's a new optional feature in Borderlands 3, and it allows each cooperative player to have their own instance of loot. Instance loot is helpful for players that want to play cooperatively but don't want to compete for the loot that drops. There's nothing worse than when you're getting online with randoms and there's a loot ninja in the group, right? So instance loot solves that problem for players that want to use it. The other feature that complements this is level balancing. Notice how Zane's loot is not only instanced, but it's actually balanced for his level. That means the loot,
that's a good
enemies,
combination.
Everything automatically balances to the level of the player so that
a
everyone has a good
combination.
time. In my co-op group, some of us would get ahead of the others, right? And then when we come back together, we'd be out of whack. Well, with instant loot and this mode of gameplay, everything balances
This is something
out.
that every RPG should have.
That's okay. You can
Every
clap for
RPG.
mine.
Division. Well, Division actually does have that.
Now, there's still some of us who
Actually, I'm not sure. I've never
like
played
competing
lower-
for loot or bringing in overpowered
gear
characters to help, level up those lower level characters. And for those of you who are like that, we can assure you that there is still a mode for you in Borderlands 3. It's called Classic Mode.
That's right.
Oh, they're pulling out all the stuff.
Now that we've seen Zane the Operative, let's have a look at what he can do. Since Zane is level 25, we've already equipped a lot of action skills and our skill points here. You want to walk us through this, Paul?
Yeah, let's do this. All right, so the first skill we have is Digiclone. Now, Digiclone is really cool because it not only acts as a decoy, it will actually shoot guns as well. But probably my favorite feature is the fact that you can teleport to your Digiclone at any time and swap places. This next ability is called the Sentinel. Now, the Sentinel is an autonomous drone that'll fly out to enemies and weaken those enemies, or even use your grenades if you have grenade mods equipped. And then we have the barrier skill. Now, Zane will throw out a barrier in front of it, and it'll block incoming bullets and things like that. But of course, one of the coolest features is that if your team or Zane are around this barrier,
green is support,
sometimes
I'm
it'll
guessing.
confer benefits
Green
like
is
healing,
support,
or
blue
even if
one,
you fire through it, it'll add elemental types to
no,
that.
the orange one's
now,
DPS. I think
probably
the
my favorite
blue one
feature
is
of Zane is the fact that Zane can
pinkish?
use 2 action
No,
skills at
no,
one
there's
time.
a shielder there. So that one's the tank, kind of like the
And if you think
filler.
about it, if you
Blue
think
is
about
DPS
Zane, right,
and green
like
is the
he's got
healer,
his
I'm guessing.
barrier, which is kind of like the soldier class's capability with that turret. He's got the Sentinel, which is almost like Mordecai's Bloodwing, but a little hyped up from that.
Sure, yeah.
He's got the Digiclone, which is kind of like our assassin skill from Borderlands 2. He's kind of like a soldier, a hunter, and an assassin all wrapped up in one. All right, we've got Amara, we've got Zane. We know what they can do. Let's get into the Holy Broadcast Center and see if we can find Mouthpiece.
Oopsie, looks like we've got a technical issue, but don't worry. We'll post the welcome vid later along with some new Let's Plays. Signing off for now. Don't forget to like, follow, and obey.
Another perfect live stream from our infallible God Queen Tyreen. The Holy Broadcast Center opens once again to hear your sins and receive your skins.
Alrighty then.
Ouch.
Still got it.
See Zane marking targets for the Sentinel? Also check out his damage numbers, right? His enemies are level 27, but his damage is balanced to Amara's game, because he's in Amara's game right now.
That's actually a really cool feature. A lot of
For
times
Amara,
you'll join
those
other
enemies
people's
are level
instances in
5.
games, and you'll be able to demolish everyone. So that's good. That's good. I mean,
All right, we clean this area up.
certain
Let's see if
people.
we can
Some
find
people might
some
want to
loot.
just like join someone's entrance and just demolish everyone, but people who want like a
Okay,
fair and
now,
balanced game with
once
their
again,
friends,
being
it's
honest,
a really good thing.
you know, to show the breadth of guns that we have in the game, or just some of the breadth, we cheated a little bit and added some chests with some better weapons here.
That red chest isn't going to be in the game you play. We just added that for this purpose because it's okay. There's plenty of red chests. You guys will be fine. We'll feed you baby birds. It's cool. We wanted to show you some TDR guns, right? Because you remember TDR, they're disposable. Instead of reloading them, you throw them away. And when you throw away a TDR gun in Borderlands 3, some crazy shit can happen. We've got, guns with legs.
Want to see the guns with legs?
Let's see some other options. What does this one do? All right, we've just picked up a few TDR weapons. Let's take them into the next fight.
Good, just ignore that green on the ground there.
We're just not going to learn, are we? We're just going to keep eating those speakers.
Yes! Yes!
Go, Dylan, go.
Yes! I will be using this a lot. Oh my god, this is gonna be my favorite gun. These are gonna be my favorite guns, I can already tell.
Rockets out.
Yeah, throw another one of those Merv guns out. Check this
Oh
out.
my god, that's fantastic.
With homing rockets.
That is too great. Oh, that's so great. Oh, I'm gonna be using that
A
a
little
lot.
close to your ears.
Oh, goodbye.
That's what I wanted to see. I'm
that's
fully
right.
satisfied right now.
Oh, you learned. We can dodge that. Oh. That's wicked. I see some ammunition vending machines. Hey, walk up to that ammo vending machine. I want to show you guys this. Now, he's already full on ammo. But you just press X, or press Y right there, and you can reload all your ammo. You don't even have to go in and buy things one at a time.
That's something I wish.
You can buy individual pieces if you want. Now, I don't know about you guys, but whenever you play a video game and you happen upon a room where there's ammo and vending machines to kind of make sure you're stocked up, it can be a pretty safe bet that you're about to run into a boss fight. Not only is Borderlands 3 a much, much larger game than any Borderlands game before it, but we've added more boss fights than ever before because we think boss fights are exciting opportunities for players to have their skill tested, but also to be rewarded with kick-ass loot. So let's go ahead and see if we can find Mouthpiece.
I don't understand how Anthem can't understand this aspect of the game. Like, come on. People want to be rewarded for playing the game. It's as simple as that.
His shield's like an equalizer. Zane used his clone teleport to dodge that area of effect that Mouthpiece just made. Oh shit.
That's going to be useful. I can't wait for this game.
Oh god, you're needed. Gotta look at the loot, man.
You got
Let's
some
kill
loot
that
over there.
guy. Let's get the loot.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys see the gun that Mouthpiece was shooting at us with the like kind of sound waves flying out? Check this out.
Oh, I have seen this is going to be good. That is so cool. I'm going to highly enjoy this game.
One of the greatest feelings in Borderlands is when an enemy's using a gun against you, you kill that guy, and then you take that gun and use it against your next foes. I love that so much.
Yeah. Well, let's
I'm
do what we
surprised
came here
more
for, and
games
let's
don't
get the
do
vault
that,
map.
actually.
Amara, you gonna pick that up?
I was actually recently playing,
This way for that busted ass map, or are you just here to see me? Didn't know you were such a super fan. Well, you missed the show. Oh, right. But you're all like, what's up with those husks? Well, it's a thing I do. Check out the screens. So I offered the Sun Smashers a place in our family, but they just wanted guns and cash. They betrayed the family. Oh, then Troy said something great.
Gods don't negotiate.
Gods don't negotiate. I love it. Love it. Like I said, that map is super busted, so go ahead and take it. I'll swing by later to pick it up. You're my most loyal follower, Vault Thief. You just don't know it yet.
So you've just met Troy and Tyrene Calypso, the Calypso twins. We learned earlier that on Pandora there's a cult called the Children of the Vault, and every cult needs leaders. This cult is led by the Calypso twins. And they've sort of built a cult of personality around themselves, right? You guys know the type of streamers we're talking about, you know, the kind of streamers everybody hates. So these are like the douchiest kind of streamers of the impossible future that you can possibly imagine. As Tyrene demonstrated, she has the ability to leech power from any living thing. And her aim is to use her cult to lead her to the vaults so that she can soak up the power of the vault monsters. Of course, we're vault hunters. We can't allow her to beat us to the prize. So with a vault map in hand, we're now in a race to find the vaults hidden on other worlds throughout the galaxy. In other words, when we go to those other worlds, we're gonna need a ride, right? So later in our venture on Pandora, we're gonna find a spaceship. I'd like to introduce Sanctuary 3. We don't talk about Sanctuary 2. Since Sanctuary 3 is our home base, it's a great stopping point between missions. On Sanctuary 3, we can meet our friends, trade our loot, and prepare ourselves for what comes next. You'll notice here there's a quick change station where we can modify our appearance, but there's a new vending machine here on the right. This is sort of a space lost and found. Have you guys ever lost loot in Borderlands? Like a purple or a legendary lands in some place we can't reach? We collect all that lost loot, and we'll deliver it here for you. You'll never lose loot again.
That's actually really cool. You know what? That's actually perfect. Like if you don't have enough room in your inventory, and you have to leave that loot on the ground, and you're like, oh, I can't get it back. Now you can. That's actually a cool feature.
Is built around Amara, but you can see that you can place items that you find in the world, like this gun. All right, we got a Torg pistol
that practically
here.
gets rid of any inventory problem that would ever happen in this game.
To how you want to
Most of it.
Since we picked up a pistol, we'll take it with us on a tour around Sanctuary. And why don't we stop first? Let's head over to Marcus. Just keep going. Ignore that golden chest. Marcus's place is right around the corner here.
It's a beautiful day, full of opportunity.
Now, in Borderlands 3, Marcus will be our vendor for upgrades to our storage deck unit, right? So we can get more storage to carry more loot and more ammunition.
You'll notice that it costs cash to upgrade your storage deck.
Marcus also has a shooting range back there, so if you want to get your skills up, practice with any interesting new guns you found, you can do that. We're just going to take a look around this place.
This looks really good so far.
Isn't that cool? This map has changed more hands than any other content in Borderlands 3. We've had so many of our talented world builders want to get their hands on this and make it great. It's not a hub until you have a Moxie's bar, right?
Look at you, brightening up my day. The name's Moxie. What's yours, sugar? Thanks for the help, sugar. Come back.
Here, let's try it.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh.
Bad luck.
Well, thanks for encouraging that.
Let's keep going on the tour.
Right.
I love Sanctuary. I mean, it's just such a beautiful, I don't know, the level, I didn't work on this one that much. I just kind of helped guide some of it, but the guys that did the art for this, it's absolutely stunning. These are the jokes.
You're up late. Evening. Knock, knock. Anyone home?
Just a moment. Almost there.
Surprisingly comfortable, you know? Like a fleshy sleeping bag, although I do feel a bit viscous.
So Tannis is back. Let's go head up to the bridge.
All right.
Hey Paul.
Yes, Randy.
What can we do on the bridge?
So for the first time ever, we can leave the Pandoran system.
You can see Pandora in there in the distance.
What's up, killer? All right, let's get to it.
We're in orbit around Pandora right now. We'll check it out briefly before we take off. You can see its distinctive iridian scar. But with a spaceship like Sanctuary 3, we can visit other worlds. Now, this is early in the game, so we haven't unlocked a lot of the other places that you will get to explore. But for now, we're going to do interstellar fast travel to Promethea.
That's really cool.
Arrived in one piece.
We're going to go down to Promethea in a moment and check it out. We'll have to make our way to the docking bay in order to do that. In Borderlands, you'll be able to go back and forth between Promethea and Pandora and all of the other worlds that you discover throughout the game.
Might even find a few familiar faces here.
What's up, badass?
I love Maya's look. She's fully Jedi'd out. We'll take a couple other stops on the way down to the hangar before we head
so
to
it's running
Promethea.
already 40 minutes and
Continue our
16
tour
seconds.
of Sanctuary 3.
So that's cool.
Oh yeah, let's go to Hammerlocks.
Now here in Hammerlocks, one of the
didn't
cool
expect this
things
much.
is Hammerlock asks you to kill
Or this
different
long,
creatures,
really.
and this is a trophy room for killing those creatures.
Oh, it's you! Apologies, it's dark and I've never actually cleaned this monocle.
You can see right now all of the trophy mounts on the wall are empty, which means that we've got work to do, right?
A lot of work to do. Now here in the ship, you can see we have shortcuts built in.
The more time you spend on Promethea, the more familiar you'll get with it. We've kind of engineered some shortcuts and other ways to get around, so you can find what you need pretty quickly.
How's your day going?
Hey there, sugar boots.
Ellie's sort of our ship mechanic, and she runs the cargo bay. Down here, we can check out vehicles we've collected. We can also get access to the planets when we're in orbit. We've also got some stowaways we can meet.
What you want? Come back never.
I think his vending machine there said veteran on it.
Don't look at me like that. I'm doing all the wheel work here.
I don't, and he locked us out.
I think he's building a girlfriend.
I can't believe that Claptrap's lonely. It's just hard to believe. So we're gonna head to the drop pod here. This will help us get down to Promethea. In fact, why don't we just skip ahead a little bit? Rather than start at the beginning of Promethea, we can jump forward a bunch of levels, and I wanna show you some pretty exciting action here. In the lore, Promethea is the headquarters of the Atlas Corporation. And you'll notice as we proceed that Atlas is actually under siege by Maliawan and their private army. You see, in Borderlands, in this universe, when a corporation attempts a hostile takeover, they do it with full military-grade force.
Now, before we start, I want you to take a look at the gun we're using here. This is an Atlas pistol. Now, the cool thing about an Atlas pistol is it has an alt-fire mode that fires out a tracking dart. And when you fire the tracking dart, it marks a target. And then every bullet that you fire subsequently will hit that target. It's like the Fifth Element gun.
Finally. So let me introduce our demoists. We've got Chris. Chris is playing as Zane, and Zane's going to be our co-op buddy this time. And Paul is playing as Amara, which is what's on screen for us to watch. You'll notice Amara and Zane are both at level 10. And we've actually set them up with microphones so that we can listen in on their chatter as they play. Paul, Chris, you guys ready?
Yeah, so they are on PC then.
Hey-o.
All right. So let's watch. This is the world's first Borderlands 3 co-op live stream. Take it away, Paul and Chris.
After you. All right, I'm going in. There's a bunch of enemies over here. I'm gonna head on the right side and try and split them up.
All right, I see a couple behind cover. I'm gonna just pop a tracker.
That's really cool.
Switching to a grenade. Nice shot. Melting on shield, switching to fire. Good ground slam. Yeah, he's down. One on the left still. Warp anchor's in. Got a few more. I'm just gonna rain grenades on the crowd. Up and over. All right, there's one up there. Top here. Missed my dart. Hit him with a grenade. Got him. Down. Nice.
That weapons depot
some good gameplay.
You're gonna find some quality firepower in there.
So you've just heard from Lorelei. She's an all-new NPC. We skipped past her introduction since we skipped ahead, and we skipped also a lot of her storyline, but trust that you'll be able to meet and spend a lot of time with Lorelei and other NPCs as you explore Promethea and the other worlds of Borderlands 3. You guys ready to finish the fight?
Let's go.
Do it.
I'm going around right.
All right, gonna throw down a shield.
Cool. Gonna swing into the shield. Taking out shield for you.
Yeah. Picking it up.
Switching to corrosive for this. Tracking a bunch of them.
Pull them all in. Nice.
And burn.
All right.
We got a big crowd on the left here.
Gonna switch to the shotgun.
Flash trooper, go for the pack.
I got this guy.
Got two more over here. Nice.
Last one.
He's done.
Nice.
I see a chest back here.
See what you get.
All right, one I can't use, one I can. Got a Torg.
Got a bunch of let-off pistols.
That level 12's a little OP, but you guys can save it.
Oh, delayed fire mode.
That's cool.
Ready to move on?
All right.
That's weird. Frame rate was like lagging a bit. I wonder if that's it. They said
wow.
It's gonna be about an hour. And
Thank you
it's been
guys.
about what?
Wow.
So maybe one more section.
I don't
they're
know
gonna
if
show
anybody got that math joke, divide by 0, but
They got it.
we're nerds, you know, what are you gonna do? Look, we can't wait for you guys to play this massive game for yourselves and to discover what other surprises and characters and loot and plot twists and everything there is to experience and explore in Borderlands 3.
So today, based on the time we have, we've just been able to show you just a tiny fraction of the game. And so with that, I think what we want to show is just a little bit more of the breadth that we have. So we prepared a trailer for you here.
Ooh, nice. Definitely have to do a separate video on this. if this game come out. Man, there seems to be a lot of bosses in there. I hear this isn't even all the bosses. This game is going to be really good. Surprised they didn't wait till E3 to show this, actually.
Thank you. Wow. Oh, wow. Thank you, guys. Oh, man. Oh, thanks. Oh, wow. You know, I don't think we've ever shown this much of a Gearbox game before, or just soon after announcing it, frankly. The fact is, we've never had this much time to finish and polish a Gearbox game before. So we're feeling really good about the position
so
we're in,
you mean
and
when
excited to bring
company
Borderlands 3
gives
to
you
the
enough
world.
time
As you can
to
plainly see, we've made
polish
a
up a
commitment
game,
to what
then
Borderlands is
you can
supposed
actually
to be.
show some good
We've made
stuff,
a commitment
and
to the story,
hopefully
the style,
it launches
and the
it's
design
good.
that our
We'll
fans
get
have told us
surprised.
loud and clear that they cherish and want
Yay.
us to preserve in Borderlands 3. You know, it's an interesting time in games right now. There's all kinds of people making all kinds of money, doing all kinds of interesting stuff out there. We just love video games. We think video games are supposed to be fun, and we love Borderlands, so we wanted to make sure that we were true to what it is. And if you want to play offline, we've got you. If you want to play online, of course, all the co-op modes you expect are there. Yeah, we're going to do some kick-ass campaign DLC, and I'm sure we're going to do all kinds of fun customizations like heads and skins, but we're not doing any of that free-to-play junk. There's not going to be any microtransactions. There's not going to be any of that nonsense.
It's kind of sad when companies have to
And if
say
you've played a
that
Borderlands
so
game
that they can
before,
assure
we expect you to feel right at
the
home.
consumer
But we've
that
made
there's
sure
gonna
to
be no
design Borderlands
money
3
grabbing
in the story
microtransactions
and
in
in
their
the
game,
gameplay
but
and everything such
that's
that
what we live in.
this is the perfect entry point for any gamer that's going to be experiencing Borderlands for the very first time when Borderlands 3 launches on September 13th. And what you've seen today so far, it's really just scratching the surface. Borderlands 3
That's
is
actually kind of
massive.
insane.
It is by far the largest Borderlands game we've ever made. And we've just had an hour to touch a couple things near the beginning of the game. Working closely with our publishing partner 2K Games, you can expect to see more and more of Borderlands 3 through the summer up until the launch on September 13th. We're planning to share more and more of the game at upcoming shows, right? We're going to be at E3. We're going to go to Gamescom in Germany. We're going to go to the Penny Arcade Expo, of course. We're going to hit a few other things. We're even going to crash Guardian Con in Orlando. So that should be fun. And we're not even finished today.
Definitely probably be covering
In this
all
room
that,
with
definitely.
us, we've brought 200 AMD-powered machines where you guys are all going to have a chance to play Borderlands 3 yourselves. It's going to be an unguided experience. We're going to just drop you in Promethea, do whatever you want, mainline quests, side quests, just free play, right? We're going to give you 90 minutes. And I know all of you guys are going to be streaming to all of your followers, so have fun. We want you to have a blast with it. If you're watching them on Twitch, if you're watching these guys play on Twitch, be sure to take advantage of the custom Borderlands 3 Twitch extension that we've created at Gearbox. You can link it to your Shift account so that you can start collecting Borderlands 3 loot today, and that's going to be waiting for you when the game launches on September 13th. Now, it's going to take Paul and the rest of the Gearbox guys a few minutes to get everybody set up on the stations over there.
Even before E3,
so Paul's going to get going on that. And
you can definitely tell they worked on the game.
I'm just so glad that we're here today and that we can do this.
So it was ready for launch.
Thank you guys so much.
And
by the way, while they're setting up, fortunately, we've got the folks from Kind of Funny here. They've seen Borderlands 3 for the first time here at this event. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and we're going to kick it over to Greg and Andrea and Fran, and they're going to share their thoughts about Borderlands 3 for everybody watching.
Borderlands 3, yeah. So that was really good. They showed, of course, the guns with legs. That's just pretty much all I wanted to see, and those were fantastic. And they showed a lot of cool guns, the tracking gun, and of course all the other guns that were in there, and the alt switching. And there's just a lot of stuff to break down. The matchmaking, the scaling when you're with other people in your group. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm definitely gonna do a separate video on it. But that was really good. You could definitely tell that they definitely have been working on this for a while, because there's a build and they're gonna let people stream it, and there's gonna be no microtransactions in it. Like, thank God that wouldn't, because that would definitely probably affect the game. Imagine if this was made by, like, I don't know. Think of any company that likes to put microtransactions in games, and if it was made by them, this would oh. A lot of bad stuff would have happened, but that was good. So tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. I guarantee nobody probably got this far into the video. I'm not even sure if YouTube is going to make this a video on it or not, but that was really good, and that is Borderlands 3. So tell me your thoughts in the comment section below, and make sure you subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video.